No, Scots-Irish isn't bad at all. It's just very narrow. So, like, here's the thing: is that Scots-Irish is actually a little bit of both Scotland and Ireland. They call it that because genetically speaking, the difference just isn't all that much. It's like one or two haploid groups, which is they've been intermarrying forever. Even their accent at times can mash over. But so the problem or the thing with him and it being weird is that his family for generations since 17 or 16 something or other has never ever left Breathitt County, Kentucky. Like all of it, all of them. A large chunk of his family likely still resides in Breathitt County, Kentucky. Like they've never left. Like, and you would see that, but the Industrial Revolution largely changed a lot of that. So like the coal mining and the logging and stuff that used to take place in Appalachia and used to be like the bread and butter for those people, it dried up. So a lot of them left. They had to. Like that's why my mama and papa left, because they had to find actual work. My papa used to moonshine, but he also worked at RCA because there was an RCA plant in Cincinnati, or I think it was in Ross. But so it's one of those where, we used to make a lot of stuff here because we could ship it with a canal system. The part that's weird is that his family has stayed in eastern Kentucky. They have chosen to never leave the holler until JD. JD's the first person to likely see a lot of the world and see a lot of things. His entire ancestral viewpoint is so narrow. That's why the Civil War thing, that's why he made that comment. But he doesn't realize that the majority of Americans as a whole, like the majority of us, unless our family just came here, fought in the Civil War. And we are all different shades. It isn't just people that, share my complexion and JD's complexion. They're going to be people of all different colors, shapes, and sizes. If you look at, if you go under my reposts, there's a post of the descendants of the signers of the Declaration of Independence. Look how diverse that group is. So what I likely think, and I am gonna make another video probably here rather soon about the Civil War and Appalachia's contribution, because a lot more people were involved than people realize. His thinking, the weird is the thinking pattern. It is the fact that his family has never, ever crossed outside of the box that is Jackson, Breathitt County, Kentucky. That to me is odd for someone who wants to be the vice president. Like, you have to be able to see and experience things. And literally, JD had never, until he got out and got into the military, likely had never left Cincinnati or Breathitt County. Like, his vacations were to Breathitt County, Kentucky. Like, to give you an example, my father's side, they all that share my actual surname, which isn't Jackson, live in Carbondale, Illinois. Very, very common surname in Carbondale, Illinois. So, it's a similar situation. Everybody in Carbondale, Illinois, if I were to say my last name on here, is going to know that I'm related to them. But the thing about it is that my grandfather left, came here, and then we were a different type of settler makeup. We were also a lot of Quaker. That side's the Quaker side. But to never leave and have only a very narrow viewpoint from Kentucky is why he is basing so much of his policy on what your ancestors did. Because he feels safe enough to do that, having only experienced ancestry from Breathitt County, Kentucky.